Are you a die-hard fan of the Fast and Furious movies but still can't figure out how to hotwire a car? Have you studied all the best base locations only to find yourself stuck in Riverside because your ride keeps making weird noises? Did you binge watch every season of Pimp My Ride, yet you're still cruising around in an old taxi that's far from pimped out? Do you own a jaw-dropping car collection but can use them because the batteries have run dry? If any of these scenarios hit close to home, you have come to the right place. In this video, we are about to unveil all the hidden secrets behind Project Zomboid's intricate car mechanics. From jump-starting a stubborn engine to expertly swapping out a troublesome radiator, we'll guide you throughout each step of the process. But that's not all. We'll also delve into some mind-blowing mods that will take your Project Zomboid car experience to a whole new level. So buckle up, folks. This is going to be a bumpy ride! We'll begin our journey with the character creation screen. Don't underestimate its importance if you're serious about wielding those mighty wrenches with finesse. By picking up the mechanic occupation, you'll gain access to a whopping 3 skill points in mechanics, an extra point in short blunt for those close encounters, and an incredible 125% permanent XP bonus to your mechanic skill. You'll also unlock the invaluable knowledge of fixing and repairing all types of cars. No need to scour the wasteland for those elusive recipe magazines that teach you how to mend standard, sport, and heavy-duty vehicles. Instead, you can spend your precious time on what truly matters in this apocalyptic world:
family.
Once you hit the streets, whether you're racing against enemy players or smashing zombie heads against cold steel, you'll find yourself in need of a trusty set of tools to keep your ride in prime condition. Because let's face it, crashing is inevitable, and your vehicle will suffer some damage along the way. To ensure it stays in top shape, you'll want to have essential tools at your disposal. The must-haves include a screwdriver, wrench, jack, lug wrench, and a tire pump. These handy tools can be discovered in warehouses, factories, car shops, and garages scattered throughout the world. Additionally, don't forget to equip yourself with a propane torch and a welder mask, as well as stock up on metal sheets, glue, and duct tape. Lastly, never pass up on a battery charger. It's a game changer. But don't worry, we'll dive into the details of this essential device later on. Now, let's familiarize ourselves with the different components that make up a vehicle. To access the mechanics menu, simply position yourself near the front of the car and press the E key or select a wrench from the radial menu. In the mechanics menu, you'll find a wealth of information about the car and its installed components. For example, you can easily check the type of vehicle you're currently working on by looking at the upper corner of the screen. Keeping an eye on the component health is crucial, and the mechanics menu makes it easy. Each component's health is color-coded, with green indicating high health and red indicating low health. If a component is missing, it will blink in red, signaling that it needs attention. For more details on a specific component, simply click on it, and in the upper right corner of the menu, you'll find additional information. Pay special attention to batteries and gas tanks, as they have additional stats to monitor. Clicking on these pieces will reveal energy levels for batteries and gasoline levels for tanks. Certain components, such as tires, suspensions, and mufflers, are prone to wear and tear with regular use. That's why tires also display their pressure levels, allowing you to keep them properly inflated for optimal performance. Easy peasy, right?
I understand nothing.
To level up your mechanic skill, you'll need to practice uninstalling and reinstalling car components. It's important to note that some components might require a higher level of mechanics for successful uninstallation. However, here's a secret: even failing at uninstalling a component grants you XP, albeit at the cost of potentially damaging the part. This means you can take calculated risks and attempt to uninstall higher level components, allowing you to level up your skill faster. Just be prepared for the possibility of damaging or even destroying certain parts of the vehicle. Keep in mind that you can only gain experience from uninstalling and reinstalling each component from a single type of vehicle once per day. This means that you can only earn XP from uninstalling a heavy-duty component once a day, for example. To maximize your progress, it's highly recommended to have a set of 3 cars to work on each day, one of each type: standard, sport, and heavy duty. By practicing all of 3 vehicle types, you'll earn triple XP daily, propelling your mechanic skill to new heights. Now, don't fret if you end up destroying the practice vehicles in the process. Those initial cars are meant for, well, practice. The knowledge and experience you gain will more than compensate for any losses. That's why it is always a wise choice to select locations with multiple vehicles available, such as parking lots. Repairing your vehicles requires a combination of the mechanic skill and the metalworking skill. Certain components like tires, suspension, brakes, gas tanks, and mufflers can be upgraded with performance parts. These high-quality components last longer and enhance your car's performance. Just remember, you can't mix and match components between different types of cars. In the event of engine damage, don't fret. You can find spare engine parts at car repair shops or salvage engines from other vehicles. The higher your mechanics level, the more percentage of the engine will be repaired, as indicated in this handy chart. To salvage engines, access the mechanics menu, right-click on the engine, and select the Take Engine Parts option. Each salvage engine provides 0 to 2 parts per 10% condition, meaning a fully intact engine can yield anywhere from 0 to 20 spare engine parts at maximum mechanic skill. To repair your own engine, simply access the same menu on your car and choose the repair option. Now, onto the topic of car batteries. Over time, they tend to lose charge or run dry, especially if you accidentally leave your lights on for too long. To revive your batteries, you'll need a battery charger, which can be found in a car repair shop or a storage facility. To charge your car battery, first, uninstall it from your vehicle. Then, place the battery charger in a location with electricity. Have the battery in your inventory. Right-click on the battery charger and select the battery you wish to connect. Finally, activate the battery charger and the charging process will commence. Keep in mind that this process might take several in-game hours to complete. When it comes to fixing parts like doors, hoods, and trunks, you can skillfully assemble metal sheets using a propane torch and a welder mask. Remember, neglecting your hood's durability can have serious consequences. If it reaches 0%, any damage to the front of your vehicle will be redirected to your engine, causing wear and eventual failure. So it is crucial to stay on top of your bodywork repairs. Don't let deflated tires slow you down. Keep them properly inflated with a tire pump. Right-click on the tires and select the inflation option to prevent unnecessary wear and tear. Now, you're equipped with the knowledge to keep your vehicles in top shape, from bodywork repairs to engine maintenance and battery charging. So, get out there and show those post-apocalyptic roads who's boss.
CJ, you can drive, homie.
Here are some tips and tricks to help you on your journey to becoming a proficient mechanic. Salvage car wrecks with a propane torch and a welder mask to gather plenty of materials for repairing your car. While this won't provide experience in mechanics, it's a valuable resource for your repairs. Collect the 3 essential magazines for your profession: standard vehicles, commercial or heavy-duty models, and sport cars. Each magazine grants specific recipes for basic mechanics, intermediate mechanics, and advanced mechanics, respectively. You can find these magazines in libraries, bookstores, schools, house libraries, and even mailboxes. To refill empty gas cans, visit any operational gas station with electricity. Alternatively, you can also siphon gas from other cars you come across on the streets. Simply stand near the car or gas station and press the V key, then select the takeout gas option. You can also refill your gas tank by driving a car to a functioning gas station and selecting the Add Gas option. Hot wiring a car requires a screwdriver, electronics skills at level 1 and mechanics skills at level 2. To initiate the hot wiring process, take a seat in the driver's seat, press the V key to access the car menu and select the key icon labeled Hot Wire. Be prepared for a few attempts, as it might take some practice to get it right. Once successful, a couple of cables will appear in the ignition, granting you access to the vehicle. However, be cautious if you're playing on a multiplayer server, as others can easily jump in and take the vehicle from under your nose. To enhance your wrenching experience, here are some useful mods to consider. Propane Torch Fix enhances the capacity of your propane torches from 10 to 100 uses. Battery Jump Starter adds a new item that instantly recharges depleted batteries up to 15% for emergency situations. Add Mechanic Sound provides immersive sound effects for your mechanic activities, enhancing your roleplay experience. Vehicle Chop Shop allows you to create car parts with scrap metal and other materials. Vehicle Repair Overhaul expands repair options for crashed cars, including more choices for hoods, trunks, and other components. Auto Start Tuning Atelier Pack offers access to different car types with the ability to add armor and protective grills. All these mods are just a glimpse of the countless options available to enhance your mechanics journey, particularly for nomad drones. In our upcoming video, we will explore each mod in detail, providing tips on how to use them to elevate your experience. Stay tuned for more. And there you have it, folks. You're now equipped to kickstart your very own car repair shop in the scenic Knox County. But hold on tight, because we're just getting started. In our next videos, we'll dive deeper into preparing you for the ultimate nomad experience. So stay tuned and get ready to hit the road like a true wanderer. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more Project Zomboid guides and related contents. And as always, happy surviving. Bye bye.